Hi, welcome to the Ladies' Room. I'm Angie.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Jacquelyn.
Today we are joined by Congresswoman Mary Fallin. We're so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
And I'm Mary.
Yes.
I was trying to get in line with you guys. Thank you. It's good to be with you today.
We are talking about your career and politics and all that fun stuff. Tell us how you got started.
Gosh, I think I first kind of got the political bug when I was about you girls' age, maybe a little bit younger, but I had the opportunity to serve as a page in the Oklahoma House of Representatives when I was a senior in high school, and got to go to the Capitol, meet some of the legislators, learn about some of the issues. And as I got out of college later, I joined Young Republicans and started participating in some activities around the communities, helping on some campaigns. And then when I became married and a young mother, I would watch some of the issues on TV and I think, golly, why don't they just fix that? Why are they just messing around? Just go out there and solve that problem. And a seat came open in the Oklahoma legislature in my 30s. I just ran for office.
Good for you.
And that was 18 years ago.
Wow. Does this run in the family? Anybody else in politics?
It did. My father ran for mayor of a little bitty town I grew up in Tecumseh. And he was elected mayor and served for several years. And then he unfortunately passed away in my 20s, and my mother became the mayor. And so both my mother and my father served as mayors, and she was the first woman elected mayor. And I'll never forget when I told her I was going to run for political office, she said, "What in the world would make you do such a silly thing?" And I said, "Well, you, Mother, you were my role model, I liked what you did."
Exactly. And you were the first lieutenant governor, female, for Oklahoma, right?
I was the first female lieutenant governor of Oklahoma, and that was a unique experience because I can still remember the day that I was sworn in. And of course, it was a hard race. I had lots of people in the race with me. I was not supposed to win. I was the underdog all the way. I was the first Republican ever elected, first woman ever elected.
Wow.
So I had all those things working against me. Plus, I just had a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old at home, which made things a little interesting, trying to balance between work and family. But I can still remember the day I was sworn in, they had this huge crowd that was outside the Oklahoma State Capitol, big platform, all these beautiful Oklahoma flags, had a military escort, and my role was to come walking down the steps of the Capitol out to the public. Governor Keating was being sworn in. He came down first. So I'm walking down, and I get to the door and I see this crowd, and I think, oh my goodness, there's a huge crowd out there. And I just had come off the election, so things were still kind of crazy.
Sure.
Everybody was kind of excited about having a woman. So I had my 2 children in tow, and my husband was there at the time. And so as I come down the steps, I thought, what in the world have you gotten yourself into?
Oh, no.
All the women in the state of Oklahoma are going to be watching you.
Wow.
Because you're the first. And if you mess up, you'll be the first woman to mess up. If you don't do a good job as lieutenant governor, then you'll be the first woman not to do a good job as lieutenant governor. And it could set the rest of the course for other women to come along after me.
Oh, it's a lot of pressure.
So it was kind of a unique experience.
I bet.
Do you have advice for young women that want to go in politics?
Do it. Just do it. And there's so many different ways you can get involved. You can run for office, whether it is a school board member focusing on education, maybe it's a county position, a mayor. We have lots of women mayors in Oklahoma. It could be the legislature. Of course, I'm the first woman to go to Congress since 1920.
Wow.
We haven't had but one other woman go to Congress, and she made it for 1 term, and she was against women's suffrage of all things, so she got kicked out by the women. But anyway, it's an interesting story. And it's still, there's still very few women in Congress. There are around, I think about 73 out of 435 members in the House. Only 16% of the U.S. Congress is women. So the advice I would have is just, either run for office, and if running for office is not your bag of tea, because it is a little bit rough out there, then just help. Become informed as a voter. You can always volunteer on campaigns. Or you can even just serve on various community boards and activities. Just become a part of your community.
Now, what's been the most rewarding aspect of your career so far?
The most rewarding aspect is probably just meeting the great people of Oklahoma. I've had the opportunity to travel to every single county in our state. I think I've spoken about every different banquet you can probably go to. And a lot of times I go to the rural counties and I'll meet the folks, and they're just as committed in rural Oklahoma as the city folks are to doing good things in their communities, whether it's improving education, creating jobs, helping your community just be a better place to live.
Sure. What about obstacles? Is it still a male-dominated field and occupation? Do you feel that did you have some struggles at all?
There were times that I might be the only woman in the room with men. And what I tell women is that you have to earn respect. You have to earn trust, and you have to work hard. You don't just become something because you're a woman, and you certainly don't just deserve it because you're a woman, but everybody, men and women, have to earn that respect and trust and work hard. Don't give up. Things won't always go the way you want it to go, but just persevere and just dream big. I love to tell high school students, when I was in Tecumseh High School, and a town of 2,000 people, if someone were to come up to me and said, "Hey, Mary, you're going to be the first woman Lieutenant Governor of Oklahoma, and by the way, you'll be the first woman to go to Congress since 1920, I would have gone, "No, not this Tecumseh girl." But, through hard work, believing in good things, following your heart and your dreams, you can be anything you want to be these days.
That's great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if anyone would like to email us, share your thoughts, email us at studio@opubco.com. And what's our website?
Just go to newsok.com, and in the searcher keyword is Ladies Room, and you can check out our page, our blogs, and all of our other shows. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's a
Thank
pleasure to be
you.
with you.
Thanks.